Meeting for December 18th. Yeah, December 18th. And Mike, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we need to approve the meeting, the minutes for the meeting December 11th, 2017 work session, non-public and regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion on the, we'll take all three of them at once.
I make a motion we accept the minutes as written.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor of accepting the minutes from the work session, non-public, and regular meeting?
Aye.
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 Okay. There. The Select Board will meet on the following dates. Regular meeting 6 p.m. Monday, January 8th, and January 22nd, 2018, a new year. Work sessions prior to the regular meeting will start at 5 p.m. All of the above meetings will be held in the Town Hall unless otherwise posted. Citizens wishing to be listed on the Select Board's agenda should notify the Town Hall before 12 p.m. the Friday before the scheduled meeting. New members are needed to fill the Zoning Board and Planning Board. If interested, please submit a letter of intent to the Plymouth Select Board's office, 6 Post Office Square, Plymouth, New Hampshire, 03264. The Town Hall will be closed on December 25th and January 1st, 2018 for the holidays. Under the Chairman's statement, to the Town of Plymouth, the Board of Selectmen budget hearing notice. Notice is hereby given that the Plymouth Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on the proposed 2018-2019 fiscal year town budget, July 1st, 2018 through June 30, 2019 at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, January 24th, 2018. This public hearing will be held at the Plymouth Town Hall, 6 Post Office Square, Plymouth, New Hampshire, 03264. A second public hearing is scheduled, if needed, for Wednesday, February 7th, 2018, beginning at 6 p.m. Posted this 18th day of December, 2017. Okay. Do we have any committee reports?
None for me.
Oh, yeah. The Energy Commission met, and we're entertaining, I guess, attracting a couple of new members, because we had 2 members that stepped off. And just coming up with the verbiage for the annual report, as well as to come up with some additional projects for next year. And Erlac met. Did we? Geez, now I don't recall. I think we did. And we're not going to meet in December, and our next meeting is January, I guess.
Okay.
Haven't had any meetings.
You? Brian?
None.
And I have none.
And John, just a reminder for those board members that go to the CCC meeting, you have one tomorrow night.
I thought they canceled.
Yeah, they canceled
Did
it.
it get canceled?
Yeah, Marlon sent an email out again.
All right.
Yeah, I think at the last meeting, we voted on not having it. Okay, unfinished business, review abatement applications in the attached supporting documents. Has everybody had a chance to review these at all? I guess what I'll do is I'll just read the letter here and we can discuss it, or where we go. Recommendation abatement to be granted. This house is a 1 3/4 story Cape-style home at 1 Randolph Street, built in 1958. It is in average condition overall, but has some dated features, including electrical panel with fuses and an older kitchen. The property was viewed by the owner, on 12/7, and corrections made for low-grade basement finish, flooring, and questionable utility of a fireplace and half bath in the basement. I am recommending that the assessment be adjusted to $199,800, reduced from $201,000. Should be noted that the current owners purchased the property in August 2017 for $212,000, which was substantially more than the existing assessment. The new assessment of $199,800 at 94% of the sale price is reasonably consistent with town's overall assessment ratio of 91.6. Do we have any comments on it? Do we have a motion to approve it? Any comments from anybody?
Was recommended by the assessor.
Yeah, the
Yes.
assessors recommended all these, correct?
Yeah.
All of those
Yeah.
are recommended
Yeah.
by the assessor.
So what percentage,
Well, in this case here, we're talking about $1,300 difference.
well, my question would be, what percentage of people that are asking for an abatement does he recommend that then comes in front of us? Is it 100%? Is it 5%?
If
Of
he
the request?
recommends an abatement, it
They all
comes
come
before us,
No,
all of them.
you're wondering how many abatements he's actually, or requests for abatements he's looking at, and then,
How many he's approved?
And that are then there.
Yeah, we've got,
So does he have, like, has he had 100 people or 200, and then he's then said, I've looked at 100 of them, these are the 5 that have merit? Or these are the 10 that have merit? Are we looking at 10% of them?
That,
All of them go to you.
right, I know, Mike, I don't know how many he's working on, Mike. 'Cause
He's
is
not,
work-
he's not recommending all of them
No.
be approved by the,
No, you only have the ones that he's recommended.
Okay,
He's
that's-
working on a lot that doesn't recommend. And he gives it back to the homeowners until they take the next step. So those are the only
So-
ones,
so
those are
all
only the
of-
ones that he's,
all of these are recommended. Like I say, this one here is, you're looking at $1,300 abatement. So,
in value.
in value, yeah.
1,300 in value, not
Yeah,
in, not in taxes.
Right.
is
So-
the town just gonna be equilibrated by the fact that we're gonna have a townwide, reevaluation next year?
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll,
So at best, it's temporary,
yeah,
and so I guess this particular one, I don't really have a problem because, it's
about
relatively low.
It's about $31
Yeah.
in value.
could we,
what?
it's hard for us.
Well, I mean, he's recommending it, and so it's just a matter of, do we concur with him, or do we say no?
I would make a motion to concur with our assessors.
All right, all those in favor?
Second.
Aye. Oh, sorry.
Second, right, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thanks.
It's not very smart.
I think values are gonna start going back up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, so I pay more.
Yeah.
based on the new tax rate.
The rate's gonna go down too.
Already signed it.
Okay, yeah, you did, Neil, I saw that. The next one is Plymouth Woods Limited Partnership. They have a low-income project at 21 Marie Way off Fairgrounds, and they've filed under RSA 75-1AV to have their taxes calculated based on the greater of the taxes determined using the income approach under this section. The taxes in the amount equal to 10% of the actual rental income and other income in the case 10% of income standard applies. Based on that, the total tax for 2017 should be $27,170. However, the actual tax assessed was $33,000. The difference is $5,872, and the recommendation, there's a recommendation that the abatement be granted.
I don't think we have much choice there.
That one you don't.
We don't? Because it's,
Because by law, they can do one of the other.
well, I think there's some leeway there.
Why?
If someone's paying $50 a month for rent, they're subsidized by, is it the state?
Federal.
Federal. So if they're only claiming, and I'm just using an example, I'm sure people are paying more than $50 a month for some of those units. Maybe some are paying less, I don't know. But if they're only including the dollars that the occupier is paying, but not including the federal money, then we have a leg to stand on to say, well, come back with what.
What they're
Because Hanaway would not have built that. I don't think there's the money there for $50 a unit. There's not enough money to even pay for the siding on the buildings, to make that all profitable. So I think we need to step back and say, let's use the income approach, yep, if that's the law, but let's figure out what other monies are coming in. And it could be that when we figure out what the federal government is paying in, that the taxes, he may decide to go with the way the taxes were set up originally, rather than going with the income approach. So I would not be in favor of signing that at all.
How does anybody else feel? Bill?
I'm kind of at a loss. I'm not certain if, you know, we could.
You want to table it for now?
Table it right now.
Remember, we're doing this because we abated almost $200,000 last year.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a
The board
legitimate,
needs to look at these.
legitimate question, and.
Well, I was on the planning board when that was all approved, and there were some
I was.
heavy-handed tactics
Oh, yeah.
to get the planning board to, you're going to vote yes, you're going to do exactly as we tell you. There were lawyers, they made certain that there were lawyers there and making sure that we didn't have any type of expression on our faces as it was just, it was very overwhelming sitting on that planning board for that applicant. And so they let us know there would be taxes, property taxes paid. And now we're getting this letter, and yeah, I would like to see an accounting of where all the money's
Right.
coming from. That made it profitable for Dick Hanaway to come forward as the applicant to put that in our town.
All right, so noted, and we will put that. Let's see. Abatement application of DTE Investments, Fred and Denise Schneider, map 203, lot 68 through 88, Chason Road. The mobile home appearing on the attached card was moved off the property prior to April 1st, and this change was never reported to the town. A new mobile home has recently been permitted and moved onto the property and will be assessed for 2018. The removal of the prior mobile home before 4/1/17 was confirmed by a third party, and corrected value for 2017 is $47,600. The trailer was gone. They didn't.
I make a motion that we approve that abatement.
Okay.
Second.
And that one was validated, that there was no
Right.
trailer there when that tax
All those in
assessment took
favor?
place.
Aye.
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 And that's just for that 1 year.
I think you already signed that one. Yeah, you did. I mean, normally that's what we would have done.
was in the folder.
anyways. Yep, right. We have an abatement application for Allison Stanley Stefanik, map 220, lot 36 through 28, Chattern Lane. I reviewed this property with the owners on November 16, 2017. The house is a modular ranch in good condition. One sketch correction to reflect a finished area in the basement was made, and the overall quality grade was reduced from C+, average plus, to C, average, which is more consistent with comparable homes in the same neighborhood. The resulting value is $237,000, reduced from $250,000. So we're looking at a $13,000 reduction in values. Have any comments or a motion? Do we have a motion to approve or
You say it was
deny?
because of an unfinished portion of the basement?
Well, they changed they were called out for a couple of errors, and in doing that, he looked at it and he said the quality was reduced from a C+ to a C. And because of that, it reduced the valuation.
I'll move that we grant the abatement.
Do we have a second?
A second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The next one is abatement application for Ronald Kraus.
Kraus,
Kraus, yeah.
Texas Hill.
Yep. Map 222, lot 44 through 264. Abatement to be granted. The house on this property was struck by lightning and partially burned on July 17th, 2017. And the debris has since been removed so that only a cement slab remains. I recommend the house value be prorated at 30% for the year, reflecting 108 days of the tax year prior to the lightning strike. The resulting value for the entire property is $50,200.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I think he's gonna rebuild, isn't he?
We sign it?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that was the one I signed.
Abatement application for Mary Luther, map 233, lot 17, 53 Hemlock Terrace. This mobile home is a double wide with an extensively renovated interior. The exterior is in fair condition. It sold on December 19, 2016 for $31,000, and the taxpayer has submitted an appraisal with a similar value at $33,000. The current assessment is $56,400. The current assessment is generally in line with the treatment of other double-wide units. There have been no other recent market sales of double-wides in the mobile home park, but a review of other mobile home sales indicates they are consistently selling for more than the current assessed values. In addition, I am not confident that the sale price for the subject property represents market value, since the previous owner had purchased the property for a nominal sum before renovating it and quickly flipping it to the current owner. The property was reviewed with the owner on 11/13/2017. The corrections made for the dimensions of the deck and the interior flooring, I am recommending that the assessment be adjusted to $55,300 from $56,400. So we're looking at $1,100. Comments or a motion?
I move that we grant that approval. I move that we approve the application for abatement.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I almost thought they were going to go up in value.
Yes.
Are we gonna have the whole town reassessed next year, or just a
Yep.
quarter of it?
I think, huh?
The whole town.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That will be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if we have enough real estate sales, that'll really help.
That'd be great.
So we lost $47 million the last time.
Oh, yeah?
That was a cyclical.
You already signed it.
Sheesh.
Speed up.
That's because we lost 40,000 right out on Tenny Mountain Highway.
Telepathic.
40 million, so
Really?
the other 7 was rested.
How do we want to handle this one? Do we want to,
We'll take it back to Gary and ask those
Okay.
questions.
Yeah.
all right,
Ask him what legally we can do.
all right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Because ideally, I mean, technically, they could collect $1 from everybody per month and then pay taxes of 25 cents a year on the whole place.
How many kids in school?
How much town services does that whole area use?
Good point.
All righty. Do we? All right. We need to go into non-public?
No.
No?
Any public comments?
Any public comments? None. All right, do we have a motion?
Make a motion, we adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Merry Christmas.